Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon, one man is dead after a 3-vehicle accident in Dickinson. Thank you for joining us. I'm Abby Furchner. Jordan Schreier has the day off. According to the North Dakota Highway Patrol, 58-year-old Sergio Ledesma was driving southbound on State Avenue in Dickinson. He crossed the central line and struck a pickup on the driver's side rear before colliding head-on with another pickup. This one driven by Sean Flaherty. Flaherty, a 64-year-old from New England, North Dakota, was pronounced dead at the scene. Ledesma was transported to a local hospital for treatment on injuries he sustained during the crash, while the third driver was not hurt. The incident is still under investigation. A 72-year-old man is also dead after crashing his car near Devil's Lake. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the man missed a curve, went into a ditch, hit a tree stump, and overturned. The crash happened about 2 miles south of Devil's Lake around 8 last night. Police are not yet releasing the victim's name, but do say he was from Devil's Lake. Taking a live look outside right now, a little cloudier today, and that snow on the ground is making it a little bit drearier. But how does the rest of the day look? Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, we have some changes today with a clipper moving through. It's brought the clouds, some cooler air, and on top of that, for some of us, we've seen some snow rolling its way through the valley. Highway 2 north from there is where we've seen it in northwest Minnesota especially, but you can see it kind of fizzled out and most of the energy with this moving east as well. So we're quieting things down, though we can't rule out a couple of flurries still for some of us in the valley as we head into the afternoon hours for today. And again, with that colder air taking over, our temperatures not quite as warm as we've been, but still above average. We're at 29 in Fargo. It's 27 in Grand Forks, currently at 32 in Detroit Lakes. And we're looking at winds that are at times a little bit blustery. We've got some steady speeds in the teens and 20s with some gusts in that range as well. Sisseton, the one spot that's seeing gusts that are even higher than that at 33 miles per hour. So a windier afternoon for us today. And when I come back, we'll talk more about what we can expect for the rest of your Thursday and take a look ahead to the weekend too, coming up in just a few moments.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. A former member of the A Miracle on Ice Olympic hockey team is being committed to a secure treatment center after a judge ruled he is mentally ill and dangerous. 61-year-old Mark Pavlich was charged after he allegedly beat a friend with a metal pole in August, but his criminal case was put on hold while the state sought to have him committed. Members of Pavlich's family believe he has CTE from repeated concussions he received in the NHL. North Dakota State College of Sciences president and 2 of its vice presidents are billing the state for more than $36,000 in legal fees after a prosecutor declined to pursue criminal charges against them in the wake of a critical audit report. Attorneys for the Wahpeton Bay School president John Richmond and vice presidents Tony Greinberg and Dennis Gladden argue their clients are due the fees under North Dakota law, although state lawyers have not made that determination. A sailor fatally shot 2 civilian employees at the Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard on Wednesday and injured a third before fatally shooting himself. The 2 victims who died, both men, were initially taken to hospitals in extremely critical condition. A third gunshot victim, a 36-year-old man, remains in guarded condition at the Queens Medical Center. Authorities said at least 100 witnesses were being interviewed about the incident. While the Navy is taking the lead in the investigation, Honolulu police detectives and the city medical examiner's office have also responded. President Trump is back in Washington, D.C. today, hours ahead of schedule after canceling a news conference and leaving the NATO summit in London abruptly. Once again, the U.S. president, an outsider among allies, who openly mocked him at a reception in Buckingham Palace. Andrea Mitchell reports.
The president's sudden departure after a series of embarrassing moments on all sides. Canada's Justin Trudeau overheard on an open mic, gossiping to France's Emmanuel Macron and Britain's Boris Johnson about someone, apparently Mr. Trump, not only late, but upending the summit schedule with his lengthy comments to reporters at a photo op. It's not the first time a world leader has been caught on a hot mic, including President Trump at a G20 summit in Argentina last year. In 2012, former President Obama with the then Russian leader.
After my election, I have more flexibility.
And George W. Bush with Tony Blair in 2006.
What they need to do is get Syria to get Hezbollah to stop doing this shit.
This time, President Trump clearly annoyed by Trudeau's mockery from a leader he thinks does not spend enough on defense.
Well, he's two-faced. And honestly, with Trudeau, he's a nice guy. I find him to be a very nice guy. But, you know, the truth is that I called him out on the fact that he's not paying 2%, and I guess he's not very happy about it.
Later, the president himself was overheard on an open mic, bragging about his put-down of Trudeau.
It was funny when I said the guy's two-faced.
Earlier, the two-day summit included this testy exchange with French President Emmanuel Macron about the U.S. withdrawal from Syria.
Would you like some nice ISIS fighters?
Look,
I can give them to you.
Look at the situation.
You can take everyone you want.
Let's be serious.
Small wonder that the president skipped his closing news conference.
So we'll go directly back. I think we've done plenty of press conferences.
The president tweeting on the flight home that he had a very successful trip to NATO and got along, quote, great with the NATO leaders who gave him only deep respect at the summit. In our consumer alert this afternoon, gift cards continue to be one of the most popular gift options. And if you're planning to give anyone a Target gift card, you'll want to watch for December 8th. For one day only, Target will sell its gift card for 10% off up to $300. If you go that high, you'll save $30. The National Retail Federation says for the 13th year in a row, gift cards are the most popular on holiday wish lists and requested by nearly 60% of those surveyed. And you'll be sure to love this. KFC's fried chicken fire log is making its return. It's exclusively available at Walmart.com this year and retails for $18.99, which includes free 2-day shipping. The limited edition 11 herbs and spices fire log can make your whole house smell like fried chicken. When it was introduced last year, it sold out within 3 hours, so you might want to act fast. The logs can be burned outdoors, in fireplaces, wood stoves, and fire pits.